Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Marini, and I just skipped class with the progress report, you know.
The Progress Report.
What's going on? It's your girl, Lala Shepherd. This is another episode of Skipping Class presented by the Progress Report. I got my girl, Marini, in the building. How are you?
What's up? I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. So welcome to the platform officially. I'm definitely honored to have you here. It's been a lot of progress going on since the last time that we spoke.
Yeah.
So, tell me, how has your life changed since the last time that we spoke?
I feel like I'm getting more recognition, but I'm still working.
Of course.
Like the grind never stops, so it hasn't changed too much on that. I'm still busting the doors open and stuff, with my music. So I'm just continuing to work and trying to get to where I need to get to, go to my goal.
Facts. So what's been like the hardest adjustment to your new life, if any? It might not be anything hard, but if it is, what's been that?
The hardest adjustment is always getting new clothes, and trying to make sure I'm on T each time, because that be stressing me out. That's the most I get stressed out on, but otherwise it's not really too much hard. For me, this is exactly what I've been wanting to do, so I'm just living a dream.
Period. Well, let's get into this music. You got, this dope-ass single right now, Don't Stop, with Kodak Black, which is crazy huge. So let's talk about, how did the song even come together?
Well, linking up with my fuzzy, Jazze Pha. We just went into the studio, had a vibe. He started the beat from scratch, and we just built on that. And then working with Jazze is so fun. Like, we just had a little tequila, we just started working, and, magic just came out from it. We actually did that song like a year ago. So when we got Kodak on it, it was like, whoo, like, what? We got Kodak on it? Because we was having, different ideas of different rappers trying to get on it, but, we picked the right little nigga for y'all to put on that song. So, it just came out perfectly. It came out right when it needed to come out.
Thanks.
So I'm just blessed. Like, I'm ecstatic. Not a lot of people, come out with their second single on a major record label with a major artist. So I'm just blessed.
Absolutely. And, Jazze Pha, man, you gotta love Jazze, because it's like, he creates the perfect vibe. So this record is like a early 2000s vibe.
It is.
It gives me like Cherish, Sierra, just that feel-good vibe, Mm-hmm. Now, when did you learn that Kodak was gonna be on the song, and did y'all record his verse together, or was it separate?
We did it separately. So
okay.
The label had called me, Barry called me and was like, we got Kodak on the song, he's gonna do the song, we getting all the paperwork together, stuff like that. So I'm like, oh, really?
That's huge.
Yeah, that was huge. That was a good surprise. That was because we were talking about it, but in the music industry, nothing's solidified until it's solidified,
Facts.
So when it came to that he was gonna do it, I was just excited, thinking that this is gonna be my chance to really bust through the door. Yeah, Drive was out, but Drive stopped at a stop sign, so we just had to keep on going, keep working, and then when Don't Stop come back around, we not stopping.
Okay, and we're gonna talk about Drive too. We want you to come skip class with us and share your story on our new segment called Skipping Class.
Look, we want to talk to all the artists, indie or mainstream, or if you're an entrepreneur, come build your brand with us and tell your story to the world.
You'll also get the shot in our locker, and you'll get promo clips for all your fans. So DM us today or visit our website, tprmediagroup.com. Get locked in with us.
Speak on the music video for Don't Stop. It looks so dope, so colorful, so vibrant, and matched the energy of the song. And, people don't really do, big productions for videos no more, so I appreciated it. But talk about the music video for you.
The music video, everything was big. if you ever working with Barry, he gonna want you to have big stuff. So like the fact that we did that and it was just good vibes. I'm always in tune. Like I'm ready to work. So the whole time I'm like a robot. Like okay, let's go, let's go, let's go. Like my adrenaline was going so hard because like my whole life I really never put out music videos when I wasn't signed because I had a specific look that I wanted to go for. I really wanted to have like a major, like big budget music video, and just so I could compete with like the top artists that I see myself next to. So the fact that I was able to do that and working with Video God, like he's dope as hell. A lot of creative minds coming about with the whole music video. So I was just excited. It was an adrenaline. Like being a new artist and being able to even have like a big budget music video, it's big. That's real big, and I'm real blessed for that.
Definitely. Like talk about Kodak's energy there, y'all interaction, and how long did the actual video take? Because I'm sure it probably took a while.
So really, we did that video a year ago. So I did my first scenes because originally it was just me. So then once a year later come around and Kodak gets on it, we do like one scene. So that scene we did back in May, and it was fun. It was dope. We were just vibing. I mean, Jazze was there. We had like everybody there. It was just such a good vibe. And Kodak cool. Like he's real cool. Like I really fuck with him. Like I thank you Kodak for everything. He didn't even have to get on the song. He didn't even have to come to Atlanta to get in the video. So like the fact that he did is like crazy. So I really appreciate him. He cool in my books. Like everything is good. So like working on that day, I was just excited. I was happy. We was drinking. We was just having fun.
Lit.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Okay. So I definitely want to talk about Drive. You know, I remember hearing that at the listening event, and I think everybody knew, like, oh man, this record, this shit is huge. Like, it was fun. Everybody was naturally doing a dance. But let's talk about Drive. You know, talk about creating the record, talk about releasing the record, and just the whole process behind that record.
So I worked with Drive with Damon Thomas, and we were I think that was the first song we actually worked on with him. So that was, like I said, we just be creating a vibe. When I go into the studio, they always cook up in front of me, and then we just go ahead and, go from there, get the melodies and all that. So it was just a vibe. I think it took like 2 days to complete the song. And it just came so effortlessly. Like we didn't go in there thinking, oh, we're gonna do this. Like we never really come in there with a topic. We come in there with a vibe, and we come out with some fire. So it was dope. Damon Thomas, he's very, very creative. I also worked on it co-wrote it with my manager T'Challa. Okay. And I also co-wrote it with, it was one more person. Gavin. Yeah. Dope. Gavin. Shout out to Gavin. It was dope. And then when we did the video to Drive, they shut down the streets of Atlanta off of Cone Street.
That video was crazy too.
Yeah, they had me flying from the top of the poles. Call Marble because I can do my own stunts. But yeah, that shit was lit.
Okay, that's what's up. So speak about being the first lady of Barry Hankinson's label, Blackground Records 2.0. And also, just with the Aaliyah comparisons, because that's naturally going to happen, and does it ever bother you?
Well, first off, being the first lady, I got a lot of, I have a lot of things on my shoulders holding that up, but I'm prepared for it. I'm built for it. I'm really just trying to set a new standard for the label. We got some heavy hitters to start off with. So I just want to make sure that we're going in the right direction, especially me as an artist and me as the first lady. I just want everybody to see what I can do. And there's a reason why Barry signed me as the first artist, period. So, he's seen something in me, and a lot of people didn't at first, but I take all those no's and I make a yes, and I sat there and I perfected my craft, and I got to where I needed to get to this day. But all the comparisons with Aaliyah, it's a touchy subject. Like, that is my favorite artist, and you know, it does kind of bother me at times, but then at the same time, it's like, well, if you're gonna compare me to a superstar, then that means that I have the potential and I am well on my way to be just as big as she is. And I love Aaliyah. Like, I've literally, like, when I was young, I used to wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning, sing to myself in the mirror, sing all her songs. So, like, yeah, I am influenced, but at the same time, I'm not trying to be like her. But it's just crazy how, like, life is, like, manifests itself. Like, the fact that I'm signed to Blackground and stuff like that, it's really crazy, like, coming to think about it, because I never really just sat back and was like, just thought about it. Like, I think about it all the time, but I'm always on the go, so it's hard for me to just, like, live in that moment.
Of
but
course.
Like, being here now, like, it's really wild, like, that I'm signed to my favorite artist, you know, label that she was on, so.
Nah, that's hard.
Yeah, it's hard. But, like, the comparisons, it bothered me at first, but it doesn't really bother me like that anymore, because, like, people are going to compare you to anybody that they can't compare you to. So it's just, if you're going to keep working and, like, proving them wrong or proving them right, or, you know, letting them form their own opinions, because opinions is like assholes, like, everyone has one. So as long as I stay in my lane and continue to do what I need to do as an artist and stay true to myself, then that's all that matters.
Nah, facts. And like you said, comparisons are naturally gonna happen. That's just like, you know, even with Megan's and Erica's situation. I mean, it's just always gonna happen.
Yeah, it is. You just gotta keep going. Like,
Facts.
everybody's gonna have something to say about what you do, how you look, your music, how you sound, if you could sing, if you can, But to me, it's like, who cares? Because if you know that's where you're supposed to be, that's where you're supposed to be. So.
Yep. Now, some people might not know, but you grew up, you know, doing entertainment and just doing different things, from dance, you know, just singing. But at what point did you decide to, you know, really take your music career serious?
Honestly, I've always known I was going to take my music career seriously. It was just the timing. Like, after I graduated high school, my parents made me go to college. Like, I didn't want to go, but I had to go. So I did that, but I always was trying to perfect my craft. Like, even in high school, I used to play the violin and flute. I was in the chorus and like, in the highest chamber choir. Like, I knew how to read music and things like that, but after I graduated, I took a break from that, and I just started focusing on writing music and recording, because recording is an art in itself. So, and people don't understand that. People just be thinking that they can go into the studio and they just gonna sound good. And yeah, there's auto-tune and things like that, but it's a mastery, like, for the auto-tune. It's a mastery for everything that you do in the music industry. And if you don't understand that, then it's not gonna work. You gotta make everything make sense. But yeah, I would just always literally write my music, go into the studio, try to get whatever free studio sessions I could get, because I was a broke college student.
Yep.
You know, just using all the resources I can at the time. And then once I graduated, I moved to Atlanta, and I got a job, and that was just making me depressed. And, you know, like, my uncle had ended up passing away from suicide. And I just literally, like, I had to take a step back and, like, realize, like, what makes me happy. Like, I'm sinking into this dark depression because I'm not happy, and I know what I want to do. But then the next year, I just was like, fuck it. I'm just going to quit my job and just get it out the mud, like, for real. I can't be waiting for people to give it to me, handing it to me. And I think that, like earlier on, that was my problem. Like I just thought someone was gonna hand it to me and it was gonna be easy. But you know, once you move to a place, well, me, I'm from Atlanta, but like moving back here, once you move back to Atlanta, you see everybody hustling and you see everybody really getting it out the mud. Like that makes you like hustle, get your shit together, and you know that it's not gonna be, you gotta take it. It's not gonna be given to you. Like no matter if nobody likes you, you see the worst rappers still come up because they showing progress. Like they're continually, shout out to y'all, they're continually to work hard. So that's what I had to do. I had to literally work hard. I put like my little last of my little coins into like choreography, studio time, you know, just perfecting what I needed to perfect because I had to take it. So.
Period. I respect that. Now, it's rare that you meet somebody that's actually from Atlanta. So that's cool. So what part of Atlanta, and speak about your experience growing up in Atlanta, who was you listening to?
Yeah, so I grew up in the SWAT, so Southwest Atlanta,
Okay.
off of MLK. So like my roots go deep. Like my great grandma was Miss Washington High. My mama went to Mays.
Okay.
My grandma's a Grady baby. I'm a Piedmont baby. So like, yeah, we run deep. But growing up, it was me and my mom. Like my mom was a single mom, so like she used to always listen to Erykah Badu and Jill Scott, Outkast, like things like that. So those really like influenced my music for sure. Like definitely put an imprint in my little books. And I also live with my grandparents. So like growing up, they would listen to like the Temptations and things like that. So I really have a plethora of like artists that I've listened to growing up. And I think that really shaped me as an artist I am today, especially with my melodies and things like that. Because a lot of people, they probably hear certain things where it sounds alike, but I know how to like, you know, remix it and stuff.
That's hard. And I don't want to bypass the fact that you got your bachelor's degree.
Oh yeah.
You know, so let's go ahead and brag a little bit. Talk about what school
Go
you went to, and you know, talk about your experience in college.
Yeah, so you know, I got my bachelor's in communications. Not mass communication, just communication. So go Bulls, USF. College was cool. I mean, I really just wanted to get in, get out. I really didn't, honestly, if I was to be honest, I didn't even know what I was majoring in until my senior year. Like, it was actually ridiculous. Like, I feel bad that I probably wasted my people's money, but you know, it is what it is. I'll pay them back later. But college was cool. You know, I met some like lifelong friends that I have to this day. It was an experience, but I think I didn't really get that college experience because I was just always chasing my dreams as far as music. And I think like if you really wanted to get a college experience, you should go to a HBCU or just get involved, because I really wasn't involved. I was really like in the streets, like trying to go to the studio, trying to go to the club, trying to do this, and that. But it was cool. I mean, the fact that I even finished in 4 years is great, because a lot of people don't even finish. They don't even like complete college. So, I mean, nothing wrong with that. It's just, I had to do what I had to do at the time, so.
We want to know, when can we expect this debut album, Caution?
Well, you know, the album ain't done till the album is done, so TBA on that one.
Okay. What can we expect? Like anything that we can expect? Like,
you can expect some more singles coming out, you know,
course.
And hopefully they do well enough to where I can put my album out. So it's just, you know, it's just continuing to work and building my fan base, because it's no point to put an album out if I'm not, you know, hitting them numbers I need to hit. So that's just like the business behind the music. Like, you definitely got to make sure you got your shit together before you just gonna be putting out an album, because there's just no point if you're not gonna have it. But definitely some more singles. I got some hits coming out soon, so I'm so excited for my peoples to hear all that.
Okay. What's one thing about you that the average person might not know?
One thing about me, I may I'm sweet, but if you cross me, I can turn into a little devil. That's one thing for sure, because you know, I'm cool. My moon is Gemini, so best believe that other side is the dark side. But I mean, I'm just really an open book. Once you get to really know me, you just gonna know me. So we'll see.
Period. Okay. What's your sign? I'm just curious.
I'm a Sagittarius.
Oh, Sagittarius.
Fire.
Yes. Okay. How do you feel that you progressed lately as a person?
I feel like I'm learning patience more, because I'm always like, I'm wanting now, I need it now, I should add now. But like, I'm just realizing, like, the older I get, like, stuff is gonna happen when it's supposed to happen.
Facts.
And when it's time for it to happen, and God don't make no mistakes about timing. So like, just trying to be patient and really, like, you know, keep my mood in good spirits, and like actually manifesting what I want, and just talking to myself and the universe and the Lord, like just making sure, like, and then just making sure, like, you're good, like your mental, your health, like, that's why I've been trying to like work out and
Nice.
meditate and really just think about, just plan more. I can say that, but just know, like, what you plan may not always happen right when you want it to happen.
Thanks. So what's next?
What's next? To the moon, Alice. That's what's next.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm just really taking it one step at a time. This is my first time, you know, really like knocking, like bringing myself out to the world and like knocking these doors down. So I'm just, like I said, taking it one step at a time, trying to make sure my businesses are in a fair, trying to just create more music, you know, and create my team, making sure my team is good, because it takes a team for this shit. Like, it's not just me. I may be the face, but it's not just me. We got a lot of people in the background working hard, like harder than anybody. I feel like it's the people in the background that really deserves all the credit, like, because they're doing so much to make my dreams come true, and we all have big dreams for this. So I'm just excited to put my music out, do some more videos, see where Don't Stop goes. I'm ready to go on tour. Like, I'm just ready to like go in, perform live. Like, I'm ready. So that's what's next.
Absolutely. Well, I definitely appreciate you for coming by. You know, we definitely gonna keep doing these every time, you know, so thank you for stopping by, okay?
Thank y'all.
The Progress Report.